Hey, we ended up recording for like a solid 30 to 40 minute reaction. If y'all want to see the whole thing uncut, let us know. We'll just throw it up there. But we about to cut through this thing and get to all the hot points. So just keep it locked, and y'all gonna hear all of our points and our hot takes on these changes. And we're just gonna get right into it. All right. So hope you enjoy. Make sure you subscribe.
Hello, everyone. This is your favorite purple lady, Amethyst Lady.
And your main man, Bedtime Buddy.
JVA Nation, we are here to address you today. There was a developer update for Crucible, and we really want to get into just some details about the video, things we need to speak about today. We really love Crucible, and there were a lot of things that were discussed. We already saw the video, but we wanted to give you a deep dive, so we're going to go in and it's gonna be a good time. Make sure you watch the whole video. Click that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any content on this channel.
All right, let's get it.
Let's get into it. All right, so really quick. Good decision, bad decision?
Oh, you got thoughts on preseason?
Just asking.
I'm cool with preseason.
Like, until they get everything worked out, because there was a lot of debate on, just take the game down, like.
Nah, I'm not on team take the game down.
Yeah.
Nah.
But I think them staying in preseason is definitely the right choice. I think that's really good on you for making that decision.
All right. Well, so far we're on the same page.
Okay. Let's keep going.
So, Heart of the Hives is the focal point.
Yes.
That's what we like to play.
It is what we like to play. I think Heart of the Hives as the focal point is a good thing that they're doing. With this being a MOBA, League has its premier mode, so Heart of the Hives being the premier mode for Crucible, I think that's definitely a step in the right direction.
So we still
we
ain't get to the stake yet.
Right. We're still good on that. I agree with that. Also, the roadmap, to provide transparency, I really like that. I do enjoy transparency. I like to know what's going on. I do have the roadmap up right now, and I'm loving the fact that we can look at the progress of the game, what you have in progress, ongoing improvements, upcoming progress, and projects. I like it. It's good. So thank you for that. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
Okay. Stop. Hold on. Hold on right there. That's a bad idea.
Oh, you talking to him now? Okay. All right.
That's a bad idea.
All right.
That's a horrible, horrible idea. Please don't retire Alpha Hunters. Please. A lot of people that I know enjoy that mode. They enjoy it over Heart of the Hives. Shout out to you, Star. I see you. I've seen you. Shout out to you. We said we were going to say it. Shout out to you. Go ahead.
Look, I feel like I watch a lot of videos that you would never watch of people just throwing their opinion out there. I've been all over the Reddit.
I've been there too in the trenches. Let's go.
People have not been voicing their support too much. They ain't been talking too much about the stuff that they like. So, to those that are upset about Alpha Hunters going down, where your ass was at, dog, when the game needed positivity. Where were they at? Where were you? Now the mode is on the ropes, and they talking about taking it out, and the people are feeling hurt. Look,
yeah.
People are saying that the game was bare bones, or that the mode was bare bones. There was no way to balance the game around 3 modes. That the game didn't have an identity. One of the reviewers was like, when building a game like this, make your Summoner's Rift and then build everything else around it, the ultra rapid fire and all this other nonsense. And actually, at some point, League of Legends actually got rid of the twisted tree line. That was a 3v3
Right.
mode.
Yeah. I recall that. I used to love that mode.
As well as Dominion. That's before your time. They had another mode called Dominion that was kind of like a capture the zone type of mode.
Dominion.
And then they had the Snowdown, and which was a one-on-one thing. But the Summoner's Rift was always the core of the game. That's like where all the tournament play happened and all that. Even though there was ranked on Twisted Treeline. But little by little, players wasn't really playing Treeline like that.
Right.
But the thing is, the difference is that it took years for League to get to that point. So with Crucible, what we got, like 2 weeks? 2 weeks and...
I don't even know if it's been 2 weeks.
It's been something like that. Something very light.
Very light, yes.
And they're already parting ways with Alpha Hunters. But the thing is that they're talking about like map changes and the interactables with like the minions and all that stuff. So it's like, how will those changes play into Alpha Hunters unless that Alpha Hunters fan base is willing to keep that base package indefinitely? You know what I'm saying? Like, are y'all going to keep playing Alpha Hunters in its base form while they flesh out Heart of the Hives for like the next 4 months? Like, will y'all still be playing that? Or if the changes that they make to the map are universal across the other mode, would they support that with the changes? Or again, like, would they want it in a base form? So it's like, there's a lot of layers to this, right? The players can push back and be like, yo, we're trying to keep Alpha Hunters. We'll see how many people actually step up and say something positive about the game for a change. They actually like Alpha Hunters, but from what I was seeing, people felt like it was bare bones. The map just doesn't really line up properly with the game mode. There wasn't enough to do. It was just you kill people and that's it. You don't find like no upgrades. It's like stuff I was seeing on other. This ain't my critique. This is other people's critique. They wasn't seeing like no way to like progress through the game. It's just like you load up with a bunch of people, you kill them, you move on to the next game, and that's it. And they felt like that wasn't a fulfilling enough battle royale type of an experience.
Okay.
So.
All right, here's what I'm going to say. First and foremost, it's been brought to my attention that numerous people really love Alpha Hunters. Even if they didn't bring it to the attention of the devs or they didn't speak out about, hey, I really love this mode so blatantly, which I implore you, if you're going to do it, now's the time to do it. Get it out there that you like this mode, but I digress. Granted, they weren't as vocal, but they're vocal now because I know a lot of people that are saying if this mode is not in the game, they're quitting. Like, there's been a lot of talk also on the Reddit of the Heart of the Hives being too boring. And I even questioned someone because I wanted to know the thought process. They want the action. So the fact that you are going in and you're murking each other in Alpha Hunters, a lot of people prefer a mode that is like that. They want to have the ability to get right to the action. With that being said, if you get rid of Alpha Hunters, especially since you decided to release Alpha Hunters with the rest of the game already, if you get rid of it, it's not going to go very well. Like, it's not going to go in the way that you think. I get it, you want to make Heart of the Hives the core mode, and you can still do that. I'm pretty sure there are going to be people that are okay with having the let's call it the legacy map at this point, as long as they get to keep their game mode.
How legacy is the legacy map when it's been out for like 2 or 3 weeks?
That's another thing that makes me say no, don't get rid of at this point Alpha Hunters at all, because you're still too new. The game is still way too new, way too fresh. It's so fresh that if you were to take it down right now and relaunch it, that it would probably do way better. That's how a lot of people feel. So don't get rid of that mode for the people who have already been there and who've been supporting the game. If they really like that mode, let them keep at least that.
There was definitely some people on them boards talking about when it comes to Heart of the Hives that the map is too big and you don't interact with your opponents and yada yada yada. So if the map gets smaller, Alpha Hunters is just no chance.
I mean, I
And they can't MOBA the game up. If they MOBA the game up, like constantly spawning enemies and lanes and somebody in the middle, and the core that they have now is cool. Just fill it up with some cool enemies and stuff, different experience amounts.
Build it up, flesh it out. Let it develop into its own identity. If you MOBA it up too much, it's gonna be one of those things where it's gonna be easily compared to something else that's already established, and you'll lose people that way too. I'm just trying to advocate for those people who that's the primary mode that they like to play. And I definitely do agree with you, at least on, if you really like something about the game, you do need to definitely speak up, because no one's gonna know. No one's gonna know if you don't say anything. And there's been a lot of negativity on the boards, a lot of criticisms. You need to get it out there that what you want to keep and what you actually like, so they know, because they can't read our minds. They have data, but they can't read our minds. So yeah, are we good on that one?
Yeah, man. Y'all go ahead and speak up.
Definitely speak up. But let's continue with the video. All right, wait a minute. So, to retire Harvester as well.
I'm cool with that.
I'm not.
Be gone. I don't want it.
I'm not cool with that.
It drags the game down. Don't want it. Trash. Let them know why you want the mode to stay in the game.
I want the mode to stay in the game because, for one, there's not an adequate tutorial mode for all of the characters right now.
Well, we might get one.
No, there's not one in there right now. So what Harvester Command does for people is it allows you to pick a character. You have less pressure in that mode. You are learning how to properly utilize your hunter, how to drive them, so to speak. And you get that experience, you get that practical experience. Of course, there's a goal, 100 points wins, but you get to really learn how to utilize the character. It's a great training ground for that. Aside from, the game does have a training, but going up against people, learning how to navigate those PvP situations, and also learning where the harvesters are, because for now there is only one map. So learning where the harvesters are and where different things might be as you navigate the map, that's all valuable information. You can do that in Harvester Command without having so much pressure, and it's less complicated than Heart of the Hives.
Nah, man. The game has a training mode. People should use it. They talking about bringing in pre-mades. I'm willing to bet that when the devs made this Harvester Command mode, they didn't make it with the intent for people to use it for practice. You about to have me on here sounding like AI. We talk about practice. Look, the game is not built around the mode, so it's not really teaching you. If you want to learn how to pilot the character, use the training mode. If you keep the Alpha Hunters mode in, some people also feel like that's a pretty good mode to practice and learn your characters, because it's punishing for when you actually do lose your character and you die. In my opinion, the teamwork mechanics are even more important than being able to pilot your character. So, go play Heart of the Hives. If they keep Alpha Hunters, go play that. If you need to learn what your character can do, go to training mode. How many shooting games got training mode? I'll wait.
Overwatch has a training mode.
Is that like
a shooting range.
Is it like a shooting game, or all 80 y'all versus the 16 people in the world that played Harvester Command is not going to miss it that much? Go play another game mode.
Disagree. There are plenty of people, including myself, who play Harvester Command. When was the last time you played Harvester Command? I rest my case.
That plays to my point. That plays to my point. Everybody play that.
That's just you. I've been in enough Harvester Command games, and I've gotten feedback from other people. I've gotten enough that says people really like that mode.
When's the last time you went to training mode?
What?
When last time you went to training mode?
When I made my last video.
When was that?
That was a week ago.
See, I made a video more recently and used training mode in the video.
Okay, but that
It's the appropriate mode to train.
no, I was trying to show off something. I wasn't training. If anything, today I streamed and I went into Harvester Command to practice with Sazan.
Then use the correct mode for practice.
Actually, I did because you don't get that firefight in training mode. You don't get to navigate those situations versus a bug or versus an Earl in training mode. You don't get that.
Look, man, y'all let us know what y'all think in the comments. I say we don't need this mode. She say she need this mode for practice. So, y'all let us know what y'all think. All right.
Let us know. Let's keep going. Like
Practice.
I'm one of those people who was like, we need more maps. Instead of altering the map for Heart of the Hives as is too much, why don't you do it for Alpha Hunters and like make improvements to this map?
What kind of improvements?
I mean, I don't know. They're the ones who are saying like they want to make improvements. It would be cool if, me personally, I like how big the map feels. Like I like the mobs. There could be like some other mobs, different ones. You know, as cool as it is to keep merkin spitters and stompers, you know, a bit more would be cool. Some diversity. You know, I would even be okay with like some sort of weather changes, like random weather events or something like that. Like if it started raining and we didn't
you
know.
To be on your spell break stuff.
Well, no.
What's the point of the weather? Drive the frame rate down? Then what?
Well,
what's it gonna do?
They already said they were gonna like try to optimize the game, which is something that is needed.
But I'm saying, all right, now it's raining. Like, so what happens to the
Or
game?
like maybe it's a windy day.
All right, so how does that affect the gameplay? Was it gonna blow your shots? It's gonna blow the bullets?
Well, maybe it can affect some skills. I don't know, but I would just have to see what they're planning on doing with the maps. Like if it changes too much, then I feel like it might lose identity. It could be good. I mean, I don't know. I'm a little hesitant, but I am for more maps. So we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see.
I ain't saying he ain't say more maps. He said optimizing the current map.
Yeah, and that's the thing that kind of scared me because it's like I personally like the current map, like, but we would have to see. Like, change is good. Change is good. It just has to be carried out in the right way, and I'm just gonna keep my fingers crossed and keep providing input whenever there's a chance to.
I think this is a great idea. Same map, optimize it, better creatures, more obstacles. You could have speed boosts on the map. We already got the invisible. We got the health regen. You could have more enemies that are harder to kill, that are way more aggressive, that will stalk the crap out of you.
Ooh, an enemy stalking you would be kind of cool.
You can have more elevation. So like there's some mountains on the map. Maybe there could be a way to kind of scale them a little bit.
Okay.
Or you can add like peaks and valleys and stuff into the map. Something that we've seen, like that our group has seen and we've all had a really strong reaction to. It's like a Drakal coming from way up high with the axe, right? And he's like, boom, and this is a big giant, you know. So it's like, imagine, like, you know, from even higher up with a louder impact and just, I don't know. I think that adding some elevation, some stronger enemies that give more experience, a really big enemy or two that are worth fighting for, that provide some type of like an overpowered buff, that will encourage players to come together. Maybe a stalker as well, something that will stalk you down, along with the enemies that are already there, and as well as like the hive of enemies that come out as well. I think that's really cool. And some more interactables on the stage that can do other things, like a speed buff, like move speed,
okay,
or maybe like something that will give you like a double jump, or something that like does like a global like gravity reduction type thing. So like every time people jump, they float. You know what I'm saying? There could be like a lot of cool stuff that you kind of toy around with, yeah. And some of that stuff, like there can even be stuff that your team, based on your composition, might not want to get, or you might want to get it because you don't want your enemy team to have it. Well, so like a team might not be as good with float. You know what I mean? So like the float wouldn't go to everybody on the whole map, or maybe it would, like depending on how you want it to go. I think about games like there was an old game that was like when we were kids, when we played this game. It was like it was one of the Unreal games. And I know I told you about it, where you could like reflect bullets and all that stuff. But there was a lot of power ups in that game and special abilities that could easily come over to this game. And I would have to revisit it to kind of learn, like reteach myself what all the abilities were that were in that game. But if the dev is watching this video, they know there was an old Unreal game that had like bullet reflection, and like the main character was like I think his name was Anubis. He looked just like Nasus. And y'all know what game I'm talking about. Somebody know what game I'm talking about. If y'all know what game I'm talking about, please put it in the comments. Because I forgot which Unreal game it is, but I know it was one of the Unreal games. But it wasn't like a first-person shooter. It was like really unique. It was a lot like Crucible. And some of the power-ups in there could easily find their way into this game.
There's a lot of different little nuances that can be included, especially since they're looking to improve the game. And you know, the devs have had their ears wide open and are willing to be transparent with this community. So those sort of suggestions and stuff, I'm sure they would love. Wherever it falls in the roadmap. But
yeah, I'm excited about the changes to the map. Not that I'm cool with the map right now as it is. I don't know if I would be cool with it long term, but the changes. The idea of that is just exciting to me. I don't know. Okay. And then the animations, he was talking about the animations. Yeah. And like the hit detection and all that stuff, the feedback. All I can think about is Shakiri going like this. Because when I first played the game, this is the first thing I saw. I was like, all right, I got a ninja. She's gonna be flipping around and spinning and all that stuff. And I'm like, all right, how do you use the sword? All right, this button. And then she's like, I'm like, what the heck is this? But eventually, you know, you learn to love it, because like I had to remind myself it's a shooting game, and she's not gonna be like Dante and like doom and then go up in the air, slash you down, and then throw a beam at you. Like it's not gonna be all that. So
well, it's not entirely a shooting game though, so there's room for imagination, and that's one of the best things about it. But let's get back to the video. Let's get back.
He did say tournament play. You know what? Now that I think about it, he didn't say a damn thing about ranked.
No, there wasn't anything mentioned about ranked.
So there won't be a leaderboard.
We'll just have to see what they want to do.
Damn. No ranked?
How do I feel about no ranked? I mean, if they're running tournaments and stuff, then it's like there's your competition. You don't really need a ranked. But then again, I mean, I know some people would like to have one.
Ooh, man,
I don't know. What do you think?
I think you need ranked, man.
You think you need?
If not now, at some point you need ranked. Like ranked solo and ranked teams. Oh, y'all know how the rank grind is, man. And like it's a love-hate relationship with ranked. It's like a reward system. You know what I'm saying? The game does reward you though now. Like you get a lot of points and you get skins and all that stuff.
I don't think that reward is enough for certain people though.
Yeah, so I think some people need that competitive mode that doesn't require some arranged event. So like you might not be available for it. You might be at work when the tournament's going, right? But you can load up ranked at any time.
That's true.
So the tournament mode can't replace ranked.
Okay. I mean,
at some point there must be ranked.
At some point, yes, I will agree. There must be ranked. So okay, all right. Okay.
Milestones, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot to do. So that could definitely be a big milestone.
Yeah, and around the time that season 1 starts, the full shebang, that's when you start talking about ranked.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like as of right now, like we're just putting in features and all that stuff. Like I'll say you don't need ranked right now. For what? You just end up resetting it at the end of the preseason anyway. So you don't need ranked right now.
No,
MMR is
not right
perfectly
now.
sufficient.
Right.
But by the time you get to season 1, it has to have ranked by then.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's our thoughts on it.
Yeah.
I can rock with that eventual rank. So
Yeah.
okay. All right. Let's continue. Let's do some final thoughts here. The first question I'm going to propose to you is, what do you think about
The whole
everything that they've said so far?
I think all of this is dope. I think the Alpha Hunters thing is like the big kicker. I'm cool with like all of their direction and their optimism and all that stuff. I like the community integration. The idea about changing the map, I'm cool with. I'm just not too cool with it getting smaller. I don't want the map to get smaller, but there's a lot of people screaming for the map to get smaller. I would say just fill the map up, not get smaller. Like I said, if you got something chasing you and it's dangerous, that'd be riveting. It's like, oh my God, why is this thing chasing me? Like, babe, can you come help me? Like, I'm at sea, the stupid monster, whatever you call it, right? Like a nemesis type thing.
First and foremost, to the devs, if you watch this, thank you so much for everything you've done so far. I don't think you hear it enough. This game has so much potential, and I want you to know that a lot of people I've talked to also see the potential in this game. We're willing to stick with you and go through it together. I am happy about Heart of the Hives. Inevitably, I'm happy. It is my favorite mode to play. Some of my best times in this game have been playing Heart of the Hives. Had a super epic match just yesterday playing Heart of the Hives that I wish I recorded. But, you know, those who participated, you know who you are. It was one of those things where you could definitely see the potential of this game, especially from like an esports perspective, because we were going hard in the paint. It was so cool. Please keep Alpha Hunters. A lot of the player base, even though they may not know how to express it or they haven't expressed it before, do really enjoy that mode. Even at times, I enjoy the mode, but not as much, admittedly, as Heart of the Hives. But even still, please keep that mode. I just look forward to traversing the path with the Crucible community and the developers. We can traverse it together and do amazing things. For now, very happy. The other question that I have is, are we playing Crucible tonight?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Hey. There you go. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. Make sure you thumbs up the vid and click that subscribe button along with the bell. You will know whenever this channel drops content. Thank you so much for watching. I'm AmethystLady.
Bedtimebuddy.
Thank you so much. Bye.